Truce! Okay, truce! I give.
Should we give him a break?
No, it's a trick! No!
Oh, here, buddy, you did this! Oh, she's going cross-cuts and falling down.
Think she'll fit in the microwave?
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, I have to go home and make something for Andrew for dinner. Then I have to clean up the house for Cassie.
No way! You can't go without having some hot chocolate, right, Dad? That's like the whole point of cross-country skiing. I'll go put the milk on. Dad, tell her to sit.
Sit.
Oh.
You better give in. He can be really bossy.
Like father, like son.
Chris?
Oh my God, Jess, what's wrong? What happened?
Amy, it's terrible.
What? What, Chris?
Yeah, he came over and, I don't know, we were just like kissing on the sofa and I don't know, it was like I could tell we weren't fooling around anymore, you know? I mean, he wanted to do it. And I couldn't, so I just walked away. And Chris, he looked like I slapped him in the face or something. Amy, he walked out. And I don't think he's ever coming back. Ever.
Hey, Harrison. You got a crib sheet on the floor.
I dropped my napkin.
Yeah, right. Just answer the question. Why is hearsay evidence not admissible in a criminal trial?
You mean like if you heard someone say, "Hey, Vega, I heard Andy Harrison talking and she'd really like to go dancing with you tonight."
I say, Your Honor, I object. Why?
Oh, you're one tough tutor. Okay, because the person being quoted is not in court to be cross-examined.
Right.
She's sitting right here. And she'd really like to go dancing with you. And that's not hearsay, Your Honor. That's direct evidence.
Ah, Miss Saybrook, why don't you have a seat and we'll see if we can take your deposition as quickly as possible. Miss Saybrook?
The ring is back. Our congratulations in order.
Not that it's any of your business, but yes, Dylan and I are going to be married in just a few weeks.
Congratulations to both of you. And I hope that in the days to come you find your heart's desire.
We already have.
Thank you, Patrick.
You know, I'm a little confused here. Now, wasn't it in your bed that Marty spent a week in Ireland, and now she's marrying Dylan? Well, I guess she didn't love you at all, did she? She just needed you to kill my husband. And then when you'd done your duty, she could dump you.
Damn your eyes, woman, that's not what happened. Didn't you hear a word I said? Your husband was killed by terrorists. And Miss Saybrook had nothing to do with it.
Oh, yeah? She's alive. And my husband is dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think our time would be better spent if we could forego the lashing out and begin Miss Saybrook's deposition.
Not without legal counsel present. I'm sorry. I got here as soon as I could. I just got your message.
Okay.
Mr. Klein, would it be all right with you if I sat in on the deposition? The LPD's in the middle of a criminal investigation, and what comes out of the civil suit could be directly related.
I don't have a problem with that, Commissioner.
Thank you. Guys, I got it. Thank you.
Do you want to talk privately first before Mr. Klein starts his formal Q&A?
No, we don't have to. I'm not trying to hide anything. You can ask me anything you want.
Ask her if she has figured out why she is being sued for wrongful death.
Because you need someone to blame. Look, it is because of me that Todd was in Ireland, that he was there to do me a favor. Why would I have wanted to kill him?
Oh, Marty, could it be because he raped you long ago and far away and you could never forgive him?
Excuse me.
I got it.
We were finally making peace with one another, Claire. That's why he was there to help me. But you'll never be able to deal with that now, will you? You'll have to continue to delude yourself into thinking that I'm some kind of murderer, even though I was thousands of miles
And that
away.
is where he comes in. Your accomplice, Mr. Thornhart. Can't you feel the way he's looking at you, Marty? Don't you know what his eyes are saying? He would do anything for you if you would just love him back just a little. You wanted to prove your love for her so much you killed my husband. Didn't you?
Don't tell me you were a Girl Scout. It looks like a pretty decent fire.
Oh, well, I must be dreaming. Did you just give me a compliment?
Oh, but wait, there's more. No, seriously, I want to thank you for going skating with Al and me today. See, it meant a lot to him. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen him loosen up and have that much fun. I think you're pretty great.
Well, the feeling's mutual. He has a great spirit, Max. You and Luna must have taught him a lot about love.
More like she taught both of us.
I know it must be hard for him. A kid his age like that. I mean, especially after losing his own mom.
Gabrielle didn't die. No, she's in Statesville prison. Been serving time there for several years. No, she was convicted for conspiracy to defraud.
My God.
Yeah, well.
Have you been in touch with her?
No. No, we got a divorce. I haven't seen her since.
Adele?
No. He's wanted to, but she wouldn't allow it.
Well, maybe she was just afraid that she'd hurt him if he saw her like that.
Maybe. She was a beautiful woman. She just had too many dreams. And she'd do anything, starting with breaking the law to make them happen. Two of us, we just sort of self-destructed. Till Luna came around, that's kind of how I lived my life. I'd meet a dangerous woman, we'd get a fire going, and I'd pour gasoline on the flames.
Well, believe it or not, I am familiar with that phenomenon. You know, if I had been a Girl Scout, I could have gotten a merit badge and just that kind of self-destruction. So you know what that means. It means that, finally, you and I have something in common.
Hey, congratulations, huh? You just won an art contest at a school.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations, Chris.
Thanks. Sit down, I'll buy you a soda.
No, it's all right. I got stuff to do.
You wouldn't be getting in our way. I'm just trying to study for the sergeant's exam, and your brother is driving me crazy.
Yeah, she just can't stand that I'm smarter than she is, that's all. I'll be right back, okay? Come on. So what's up? Okay. Don't tell me. Let me guess. You got woman trouble, right?
I don't know. Look, Jess and me, we've been getting kind of close.
How close?
See, that's it. You know, look, all right, fine. Tonight we're making out, right? Nothing heavy. And then, okay, fine, then it got a little heavy. And then she starts freaking out like I did something wrong. You know? I know she wanted to. At least at first. I don't know, man. Look, maybe you were right. I mean, maybe we're just too different for each other.
Listen. Okay, women are different. I mean, one minute you think you understand them, and the next minute you're speaking a totally different language. Look, it happens to all of us, all right? And sometimes it's real distracting. Who needs it anyways, huh? I mean, you've got a gift. You're an artist.
Yeah, but sometimes when I'm painting, I feel like I'm doing only because of Jess.
Please, all right? You had your dream way before you met that girl, all right? All she's doing is messing you up and slowing you down.
No, she's not.
Oh, really? When was the last time you finished a painting? That's what I'm talking about, Chris. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize, all right? Don't get sidetracked now, all right? You gotta go for your dream while you're young, or your dream fades away.
I don't know. I mean, it was like he was holding me harder or something. Then I just freaked. Are you sure you wanted to do it? I don't know. I mean, but I could just tell. I mean, it was going to happen, whether we wanted to do it or not. Okay, so you said no, and you started to pout, right? Yeah, that's a guy thing. See, they hear the word no, and it sets off this, like, hormone or something, and it makes them sulky. True. Hey, guys. Sorry I'm late. So, we having fun yet? No, Lorna, we're not. Kristen and Jess had a big fight tonight, okay? Because he was going a little too fast. You mean he got your bra off? No. Then come on, that's not even second base. Wait till he goes for third, as my brother would put it. It's gonna be a shock. So, may as well see what all the fuss is about. Sex-starved co-ed, volume 5? Lorna, this is hardcore porn. Where'd you get it? My brother's bureau drawer. It's already queued to the main event. So, let's all look and learn. You can even take notes if you want. That means you, Miss Buchanan. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is that even possible? Oh my God, this is so disgusting. They're just acting, Jess. Well, yeah, you tell me. Is this what you think making love is, Lorna? I mean, I personally think it's someone you care about and you want to share everything with. God, Jess, you're such a romantic. Lorna, because I want more than this. Yeah, why don't you guys just watch this, and I'll be back later.
Speak up, Mr. Thornhart. You would do anything for Miss Saybrook, up to and including murder, right?
Conrad, I shouldn't have to remind you that this is a deposition, not a trial. Shouldn't you be asking the relevant questions?
Yes.
Thank
yes.
you.
Now, if we could begin.
Absolutely. For the record,
Miss Saybrook, would you please tell us in your own words whatever you know about Todd Manning's trip to Inishkrog?
No. No, that's not true. I never called Todd. I wasn't trying to lure him to Inishkreg. He called me. He called to tell me that a friend of mine, a dear little girl named Paloma Alvarez, was dying. He offered to fly to Ireland and bring me back on his private jet. When Todd got to Ireland, he wanted to leave right away. But I explained to him my fear for Mr. Thornhart, whom I had met on the island. We'd become friends.
Oh, is that Irish for lovers?
He was missing. And when I told Todd about him, he said that he wanted to help. So I went on ahead in a private helicopter that he chartered, and he was to stay behind and wait for Mr. Thornhart. That's all I know, directly. The rest I've just heard about. But I swear that I never would have allowed Todd to stay had I known he was going to try and make himself a target.
I wish I could have stopped him myself, but as I said in the deposition, he wouldn't take no for an answer.
You're a liar! You and your lover, Marty, killed my husband, and you know it! You want facts? There's only one that really matters here, is that these two people are here and alive, and my husband is rotting somewhere in a cold, dark, at the bottom of some Irish sea.
Conrad, you should advise your client about these outbursts. They are being taken down. It is part of the record.
The court will consider your state of mind, Mrs. Manning, when it's going over the merits of this suit. So if we could continue.
Get out of my way.
I think I've told you everything I know, Mr. Klein.
All right, well, just to make sure that this is clear and on the record. Miss Saybrook, did you and Mr. Thornhart ever conspire in any way to kill Todd Manning?
As God is my witness, no.
Thank you.
Marty, if there is a God, you just damned yourself to hell.
Wouldn't the men at 21 be laughing if they could hear us now? Here they are killing innocent people, and do we stop them? No, not at all. Too busy jumping down our own throats. Mr. Manning will have died for nothing if this is the best we can do.
Commissioner, do the police buy any of Mr. Thornhart's story about this
Of course not.
so-called terrorist plot?
No.
I can't give you any details right now, I'm sorry, but we are detaining Mr. Thornhart pending the outcome of an investigation that we feel is very, very important.
I see. Well, in that case, I think we can call it a day.
What?
Saybrook, Mr. Thornhart, thank you for cooperating.
We haven't cleared up anything yet.
Miss Saybrook! Miss Saybrook, do you have any comments on this Irish love?
Will there be a prison wedding?
Marty, we need a... How long were you...
Any comments on the rumor? You?
You thinking about your father?
How on earth would you know that?
Lucky guess. Or not so lucky, actually. I was thinking about him, too.
What?
I know. I ran into him this morning. I tried to explain to him what he saw at the country club bar. Me with my shirt half open, you covered in gin.
Did he buy your explanation? No, I didn't think so. It was really sweet of you to try, though. I mean it, I can hear what he said, though. He was probably... Well, I don't blame you, whoever you are. I mean, my daughter has a history of unfortunate episodes like this, and I've given up any hope that she'll get any better. That's my dad.
You know him pretty well, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, man. What is it with the two of you? No, why won't he cut you any slack?
You don't want to know.
Well, I do, otherwise I wouldn't have asked.
I think maybe in the beginning it was my fault, you know. I could be a real hellraiser. And the more my father drew a hard line with me, the more hell I raised.
Well, that happens in a lot of families. I get the feeling there's something more going on here. Does it have anything to do with your younger brother?
Yeah.
Well, you want to tell me about it? Andrew told me that your brother died in an accident.
No, he didn't. It was suicide, and my father drove him to it. That's why I hate my father so much, and that's why I can't stop hating him.
Antoine, I want you to know that it really means a lot to me, you know? Did you think I'm really going somewhere?
Hey, I'm not the only one. Okay, but You have to be disciplined, too.
I know, and that's what I'm having trouble with. It used to be so much easier than this.
You mean before you met Jessica?
Antonio, I think about her all the time. You know, I close my eyes and boom, there she is. I want to be with Jessica all the time. But you said it yourself, man. I mean, hey, we're from different worlds, right? So maybe it's just not possible.
Except, when I'm talking to you, little brother, I sometimes wonder if I'm saying the wrong things. You don't see all the walls that I do. Is that because you're dumber than me? Or because you're smarter?
All right. I'm gonna get back to the old art room. I'll try to figure that one out when I'm painting, all right? Thanks a lot.
Have you been doing any studying or just eavesdropping?
Well, it is a public place, and you were talking loud.
Yeah? Well, let's see how far you got. Answer this one. A drunk is being held by officers under your command. When he complains that one of your men stole his wallet, what do?
I pull the drunk aside, and I make him tell me everything he remembers.
Wrong. The answer is search the area for the wallet first, because that could solve the problem with just one step.
Now, the wallet isn't going anywhere, but the guy's memory is. When I was a cop on a beat, I always got a statement first.
Mm-hmm. You don't believe me? Eat your heart out.
I hate it when you're always right. You know, I bet you even knew the answer to that before you even looked it up.
It was common sense.
No. No, it's more than that. You've got a feel for this stuff. You know, you ought to call up Nora Buchanan and see if that law clerk job is still open.
Look, I thought I asked you to drop that.
All right, okay, I will. When you answer me one simple question. Where do you want to be in 10 years? Want to work in a law office? Or in a diner?
I want to own a diner. This one. Okay, but they won't give me the mortgage. So where I'm going to be in 10 years, I don't know, but it's probably not going to be here. So that's the last time we talk about that. Because my future is none of your concern.
Isn't it?
Look, I'm sorry. I just don't like being pushed around.
No kidding. You know, you're probably one of the most stubborn men I've ever met. You know what? I'm just as bad, and I'm not giving up because you happen to matter to me. And I know you have dreams. Like wanting to buy this diner for starters and giving it back to your mother. Problem is, every time you come up against a roadblock, you blame the establishment. You just want to pick up your ball and go home.
Yeah, and you work for the establishment, so how would you know where I'm coming from?
You're right. It's hard. Because you hide all the time. I had no idea you got your college degree in Statesville. I mean, what's that all about? Why did you even bother? You know why? Because you've got this crazy dream that you want to be a lawyer, and deep inside, you know you're going to be great. You're just afraid that if you put it out there and go for it, somebody's going to slam another door in your face. The fact of the matter is, you're chicken thing.
Excuse me?
Did you or did you not turn down a job offer to clerk for the best lawyer in Landview?
So let me get this straight. You want me to join the establishment that's been sitting in my face my whole life?
If you got on the inside, don't you think you could change it? Not to mention all the money that you would make. You could give it to your mother to buy this place. You could make a lot of things happen if you just follow the advice you gave your brother a few minutes ago. Use your talents. Follow your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. Were you just blowing smoke, that guy? Or did you really mean it?
More detail. Allie, Gil.
You did do this, didn't you, Blair? You cut all your vultures in just to humiliate Marty.
Dylan, this is America. People have a right to know. Would you like to ask me any questions?
Accused of these crimes. I have nothing to say to you, woman. Come on, follow me. Excuse me. Would you stop it?
I'm going to show you an exit that high-priced officials use when they start getting hounded, okay?
Okay, good deal. I'll tell you what, take your coat. I'm gonna go get the car and I'll bring it around. I'll be back.
Excuse me. Hello.
Thornhart, it's over. So I want you to stay away from my fiance.
You see, my father couldn't accept the fact that Mark was imperfect. And that was his loving way of referring to his deafness. So when Mark had trouble in school, my father just acted like he was lazy or stupid or something. You know, he never once gave him any kind of emotional support. He just left him alone in the silence. And so when Mark finally killed himself, my father, the wonderful bishop, burned the suicide note and proceeded to tell the whole world that his son's death was an accident.
My God. No wonder you freaked out when you thought one of my kids had a hearing problem.
Now, see, Max, I knew that you would have Frankie tested sooner or later, and you would accept the results, good or bad, because of the way you love your kids. It's so unconditional. It's so great. And one day they're going to know how lucky they were. See, my dad is a man of God, and he has no love in his heart at all.
You think he can change?
No, he can't. Which is why I have to. If I can't find some way to forgive him...
What? What are you so afraid of?
Okay, the marshmallows are just about good. So who wants them?
I'm just, working.
Yeah, I know. And, I don't want to bother you. I just wanted to tell you how sorry I was about what happened.
Yeah, me too.
It's amazing. It's almost like she's alive.
Yeah, but, see, the arm is all wrong, and...
It is?
Yeah.
It must be hard to do it from memory. Would it be easier if you had a live model?
What are you talking about?
You just stay there, okay? Do what you're doing. And I will be right back, okay?
Oh, please, coffee, please. Make it large. Don't hold back on the caffeine. Hard day? Yeah, you feel like a one-woman band, losing your arms. One all-nighter at the law library. No rest for the wicked. Yeah, that's the truth. You know what I could really use? I could really use help, you know. Someone bright, eager, Young, smart.
Might be in the cards. Look who just walked in the door.
The subject is closed.
Not while I still believe in you. I dare you to go over to Nora and ask her if that clerk job is still available.
Okay, folks, someone's out here. Blair, you got a minute?
for your cooperation.
What, Bo? You got more lectures for me? I don't think so.
Well, I'll keep it real simple for you then. I think you're way out in left field with this wrong death suit. I've spent a lot of time with Thornhart. First, I didn't trust him either, but I kept digging. Now it looks like he's just a decent guy who stumbled into a nightmare, and I'm not the only one that believes it. The CIA thinks he's credible, too.
Well, Bo, I'm really happy for all of you, but frankly, I could care less. Todd fell into that nightmare, too, but he never woke up, all thanks to Patrick Thornhart.
All right, for the sake of argument, let's say that Patrick is responsible. What are you going to get out of this lawsuit? If you win, this guy is judgment-proof. He is so broke that I had to wrangle some rinky-dink job for him down at the country club. You were never going to see 1 red cent from this lawsuit.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you think I'm in this for money?
Please don't make this any harder than it already is. I made my choice. I even explained it to you. It's over. Please. Please go back to Ireland.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that, Margaret. I'll be killed. Or is that what you want now?
No.
No. Well, I'm glad of that, at least. I'm cooperating as best as I can with your commissioner. So I'm going to be here for as long as it takes to stop this assassination plot. I'm sorry, but I have to do this. Too many people have died.
I know. And I sincerely hope that you put an end to all this killing and you solve the mystery. But by the time you do that, I will be Mrs. Dylan Moody. It will be safe for you to go home, and there will be no reason for you to stay, right?
Well, maybe you do love Dylan. But you're in love with me. Just as I'm completely intoxicated by you. I need you. Do you understand that? I need you to live, Margaret. And that's the kind of love that Dylan Moody's never even dreamt about.
You don't know the first thing about Dylan.
No. But I know you. And maybe not this minute or this hour or even this day. But we will be together, you and I. Because it's our future, Margaret. And you know that as well as I do.
Where would you like me to stand? I just thought if you were going to be famous someday, from all the paintings you were doing of me, maybe you should have a live model. What do you think?
Well, are you going to talk to Nora or not?
Here goes nothing.
Antonio, buy you a cup of coffee?
No, thanks.
Oh.
Look, I was just wondering if that clerking job is still available.
Oh, it might be. Why? You want to take it?
Well, I was thinking maybe I could give it a shot. But, you know, if the price was right, no.
Well, let's see. As to a lot of experience and $20 an hour, Sam.
I suppose I could live with that. So when do I start?
You can start right now. You can pull the all-nighter. I'm going to go home to my loving husband, assuming that he still remembers who I am. Now, you remember Commonwealth versus Weiner?
That's the guy whose lawyer pulled a fast one and screwed him on a plea bargain?
Man, like a steel trap. I am very impressed. Well, I'm handling a case right now very similar. So what I need you to do is I want you to find me every case in the last 5 years that cites that decision. Okay? Oh, and by the way, coffee's still on me.
Wait, will somebody tell me?
I'm gonna do the job.
You're gonna do the
Great.
job.
Nice. Nice. Bye. Congratulations. Oh, where are we going to celebrate?
How about the law library? My boss just gave me a ton of work, so it looks like I'm gonna be pounding the books. So, party down.
Oh. Well, okay, forget about celebrating. Didn't your mom invite us over for dinner tonight?
You're right. So, when you go there, you can tell her why I'm gonna be late.
Oh, that was terrific, Coco. I'm gonna get your recipe.
Thanks. There is a secret ingredient. And I'll tell you what that ingredient is next week, if you come skiing with us again.
Hey, social secretary, you check your schedule for when you're doing your homework, like tonight?
The secret ingredient is salt, just in case you can't make it next weekend. But I hope you can.
We'll see, kiddo. Well, I better mosey along myself.
Let me walk you out. Oh, here, let me get that for you.
Okay.
Listen, what do you think about, maybe getting together some night this week, maybe, driving into Philly, catch some jazz?
You mean like a date?
Well, yeah, I guess that would be like a date.
With that work, we probably just fight all the time.
You might not. What? Don't do what? Don't what? What is with you?
Oh, Dylan, you poor lug. I really do feel sorry for you. You were gone, what, a minute? And Patrick slipped right on in to pay Marty a little visit.
You're wrong. And you'll never understand why. You'll never understand the depth of my commitment to Dylan and the truth of our love. If you and I ever had a future together, you killed it with the first lie you ever told me. All that we have left are memories. And with any luck, those will fade away.
You know, Margaret, I thought I knew your soul. No, see, I don't. I don't know you at all. Maybe I never did.
I was just going to look for you. Can we please go now?
You know, Bo, maybe I really should drop this lawsuit.
I think you'd be saving yourself a lot of grief.
Maybe there is another way to see that justice is done.